I hope you are all having a wonderful autumn here in the Loire Valley. The colors are rich and beautiful. All the leaves are changing and we are still having incredibly warm weather. So the roses are still in bloom and it is a wonderful combination of seasons. Now Simon and I are getting ready to head to Lalande where we're going to be kicking off the holidays. We can't believe it's that time already. That's going to be in our next episode. So make sure you subscribe and ring the bell for notifications if you haven't done so already, so that you make sure that you don't miss any of the upcoming adventures that we're going to be having with our friends or renovating. And speaking of renovating, this week we are continuing with the projects in the primary bedroom in here, what we are currently calling the Chatelaine Suite. But if you've got a better idea for the name of this room, by all means let us know. Now you've seen us do so much in here already, fixing the ceiling, the faux paneling, fabric on the walls, the hanging of the Royal Chambord mirror, and the creation from scratch right here of an authentic 18th century style trumeau, and we are just getting going. In this week's episode, we are upcycling some furniture that I thrifted years ago for 80 euros and turning them into a Wedgwood-inspired Regency dream. I promise you it's going to be amazing. Now next week we're going to be showing you how we created our own stencils for the foundation for hand-painted panels, also with some Wedgwood Regency flair. But now in these episodes you're going to notice that Ashley and Ren are here and we're not exactly dressed for the changing season, and there's a very good reason why for that. Last month I had to go to the States for a family emergency. It was quite a big one and I was actually there for a while. Now happily everyone has pulled through, but it was not, unfortunately, the sort of thing that I can vlog. And it also explains why there was a little gap there for a couple of weeks. Now, lots of you wrote to me hoping that everything was okay when I was away for a couple of weeks, and I promise you it is. And also there have been so many elements to this project, many of which have been happening either simultaneously or piecemeal, a little bit here, a little bit there. So I decided to group each video by the type of project that we're doing from start to nearly finished. But I still have so much to show you from the work that we did in the bedroom in September. So thanks for your patience. And the good news is you get to see a little bit more of Ashley and Ren, a little bit of flashback renovating, and this room is definitely not quite finished. So we'll be continuing with the lovely fine details in real time. And it's also not going to stop me from keeping you up to date with our current adventures. We have so many fun things on the calendar and lots of exciting events with some familiar faces, some old friends, and some new friends too. Speaking of new friends, towards the end of this video, I'm going to take you on a little shopping adventure with our friend Oscar. So what Simon is doing now is that he's actually going to turn the baseboard of the bed, the original bed, into the bed crown. The bed is a double bed and we're actually going to stretch it out a little bit and make it a UK king sized, which is a little bit larger than an American queen size bed. The other thing is that European beds, especially antique ones, were originally made for very, very small people. And so the length's not quite as long as the modern beds, which are around 200 centimeters. And so we're going to keep the headboard and then create this lovely bed crown using the baseboard. And we think it's gonna work out. I certainly hope so. And then, as you'll see over here, let me show you, I'm going to paint a very Wedgwood-inspired massive medallion right here in the center. It's gonna be so, so pretty. Speak of the devil. So, how are you feeling about this project?
Yeah, fairly confident, we'll see.
Okay.
Some ideas.
Because I know this has turned into something bigger than you thought it would be.
Not really, it's just the more expensive to be doing it now, but that's okay.
I'll tell you though, Simon's a little bit grumpy. Turns out that this is a bigger job than he thought it was going to be. And of course, I'm like, easy peasy, I know you can do it. But yeah. You can see already here where I've painted it. I haven't aged it yet or added the contrasting colors, but I have gilded it. It needs to be aged. And then that's the medallion that's going to have a matching sort of Wedgwood-esque piece in the middle. And we're going to trompe-l'oeil that. And then Simon's going to work his magic. And imagine that over the bed. It's going to be so regal.
I thought we were doing something else.
Well,
Oh, we can work on this instead.
Is that your grumpy? It's your grumpy face. Show everybody your grumpy face.
It's not my grumpy.
He's
I'm
so
not grumpy. I'm not.
He's so grumpy. He's grumpy. He's definitely grumpy.
So here we are outside my work shed in the garden. And my project today is I'm going to build a pelmet or a crown for the bed in the bedroom. And at the moment I have the footboard here from the bed, which is decorative. And what I need to do is I need to build a box structure out of the back so that we can hang that against the wall. So that's what I'm going to do now.
How's it going?
Good. Yeah. Just taking the top off.
Yeah, it's a bit of a delicate operation because you don't want to mess up anything.
Great. I'll try and
It needs to be straight, but it's going to go practically next to the ceiling. It'll be fine.
I'll sand some of that down. I've built the baldaquin for the bedroom.
The bed crown?
Yeah.
In English it's called a bed crown. In French it's called a baldaquin.
Whatever we're calling it.
Yes. So
English or French. So
it doesn't look much like a bed crown now, I have to confess.
Right, okay.
You know, turn it up and show me what
yeah, here we go.
How it's meant to work.
Here we go. Now.
I have to admit I'm a little skeptical.
There it is.
Okay.
Okay.
Looks like we've got some touching up to do.
Yeah, you got a bit of paint to touch up, but that will now fit onto above the bed.
Okay. So then I have to do this bit in here, paint that, and then is there going to be an easy way to mount it?
Well, that's what we're going to look at now.
It looks solid, and I think we can definitely work with that.
Yeah, it is very solid. Can you give me a hand and hold this there on the end?
Yeah.
Just hold it there so it doesn't slip.
And while Simon's up doing the measurements, I'm going to be creating a trompe-l'oeil effect Wedgwood medallion inside this oval. I'm going to be doing this on several other pieces of the furniture as well, plus the panels that are going to be going around the room. And so when it's all said and done, I really hope it has the effect that I'm going for. Well, some of you may recognize where I am. It is the bathroom of the primary bedroom that we're currently working on. And some of you may remember when we renovated this gorgeous bathroom a few years ago. It seems like a lifetime ago. It was one of our very first projects and truly one of our silliest videos, but we completely transformed this entire room, and it was a room that was a very tired 1970s disaster. We created this incredible vanity unit out of an antique buffet that was left behind, and we think original to the chateau. Added plumbing, painting, even art made out of antique lace, and Simon and I did all of the work, every last little bit of it ourselves, with the exception of the actual plumbing and electricity. And when we recorded that video, Simon, believe it or not, recited poetry with a cheese flower in his hair. No, I'm not making that up. And when we started the vlog, we did not think anybody would watch, but our families, absolutely true. And our videos were very, very silly. We never imagined that some of you would enjoy joining us during our lockdown madness. But here we are 4.5 years later, and if you like, I'll put a link to that video at the end of this one if you want to see just how silly we were, but also all the work that went into this bathroom. But the reason I'm hanging out in here today is to do a little bit of pampering and self-care. I have recently received the best early Christmas gift imaginable for myself. It's the Foreo FAQ 202 face mask. And I'm already a big fan of Foreo because I've been using their UFO 3 for a while, and many of you have commented on how well my skin has been looking. Thank you very much. But after a lot of tiring work lately and a bit too much sun this summer, unfortunately, I'm extra excited to take my skincare up a level. Now, I don't have any makeup on at the moment, so you're really getting me au naturel. As you can see from this summer, I have some hyperpigmentation, dark circles around my eyes, a lot of dryness, my dreaded neck, red spots. Yeah, you guys are seeing it all. Now, several of my friends already used this mask and their results have been amazing. So I can't wait to give it a go and to show you the progress over the next couple of months. Okay, so here's the serum. We're gonna rub this on. It's got this great little dropper. Now, the serum is going to supercharge the effects of the mask. Okay, now mask on is lovely and lightweight, and the silicone molds really well to the shape of my face. I really like that. Now, this mask gives a professional at-home experience and can be worn while working or relaxing. And I love the fact that there are 8 different wavelengths to choose from, each targeting different concerns. This mask has even been cleared by the FDA. Now, in theory, my skin should soon be smoother, less dull, tighter, and re-strengthening the layers of the skin and reducing wrinkles. I will let you guys know in a few weeks. Now I'm just gonna carry on for 10 or 15 minutes doing work around the house. And that's it. I can barely feel it. This is gonna be really interesting. Okay, it is 3.5 weeks later, and everybody loves a good before and after. So here I am after having been using my Foreo FAQ 202 mask about every other day for between 10 and 15 minutes at a time. And what do you guys think? I think my skin actually looks better. I think it definitely looks smoother. I'd like to think that my skin is a little tighter and a little less wrinkly, but so far I'm impressed. I will give you another update in a few weeks' time. Now, if you're interested in any of the Foreo products, you are in luck because Foreo is having amazing Black Friday deals right now. Click on the link below and use my code LOVE35 for an extra 35% off almost all of the products. The code is stackable on Foreo sale items too, meaning that you can get up to 50% off. Now back to our adventures. Now this is the wardrobe of the bedroom set, and ages ago I started painting it and gilding it, and I've been inspired by this medallion right here to do something very similar in the middle of these medallions. So you see here I kind of sketched it out. You can see that's her facing left, and then over here it's gonna be the same thing. And then the headboard. Okay, up the ladder. Now, because this one was a freehand drawing and I want them to be absolutely perfect on both sides, I'm using some, what they call papier calque, tracing paper. I'm gonna just trace it and then use some graphite paper to do it on the other side. ages ago, I started hand painting a very old, very not beautiful set of wood furniture that I found. I think it was at a brocante or a charity shop or something like that. But it had the most lovely carving, beautiful medallions. It was dark wood, it was all banged up, it had woodworm, it was in terrible shape. And we are transforming it. Ages ago, I started painting it with a base coat of ivory, started the gilding, and now Ren and Ashley are helping with the finishing touches, which are accent bits of paint that we're going around the edges. It's so beautiful. And so, these guys have been helping me like you wouldn't believe. And I have to say, I think it's looking so, so lovely. So we still have this wardrobe to do. We have a little bit of aging to do on the gold. And on the ivory, we're gonna add that kind of bisque color. I've already painted the Wedgwood medallions.
My painting attire.
How beautiful you look.
This is the same shirt I've had on for 3 days, and these are your shorts, which I have just thrown on.
Nice. You look great.
I'll just really...
One thing that you don't know about, but I'm going to show everybody the other side.
Do I have paint on my face?
Other side, it's your nose.
I did put on lipstick and earrings.
Nice.
I think that makes up for it.
It does. It is a very beautiful day here in the French countryside, and I am off to meet Oscar from Chateau de Belebat. It is a beautiful day here in the French countryside. I'm in the Loire Valley, headed towards the city of Tours, and I'm off to meet our lovely friend Oscar from Chateau de Belebat, and we are going to do some serious shopping. Our favorite charity shop, Emmaus. It's going to be a big day, but the sun is shining. It's beautiful, and best of all, I get to go have a play date with a friend. We have made it to Emmaus, and I'm here with Oscar. And he's never been to this Emmaus before.
Emmaus Virgin.
That is really saying a lot. For someone who owns a chateau, I mean, the opportunities abound in here.
There are a lot of cars here, so it's a bit worrying. Too many people.
It's very popular, this
Very
one.
Popular. But then I see what people are buying, so.
Yeah, we're safe. We're safe so far. They haven't gone for the fine antiques. Hey, get ready. Seriously, there are miles of this here. It's fantastic.
Okay.
Get ready, Oscar, get ready.
Oh God, this is huge.
It is. This is only one building. There are like 6 buildings, yes.
Ciao, guys.
So Oscar's having tons of luck in the basket section.
Get weaving, people.
How much?
How stunning is this little thing for my kindling?
Beautiful. Will that go in one of your cottages or in the chateau?
No, that will go to the chateau for €4, please.
For €4, yes. You can't beat that. I think this is beautiful.
Now this, how cottage is it?
Oh
no,
my
don't open, don't open.
Oh, it's for laundry.
If you open, it's hideous.
But you could
But
just pull that out or change
If you
it.
don't open, in a corner,
It's €5.
Don't
It's
you think?
so
For €5.
cool. I think it's great. There's a lot of really lovely stuff here today. But I have spotted something in particular that I think is just gorgeous. It's this vase. It's got these gilded swans, a beautiful hand-painted scene on both sides. It's signed on the bottom. And best of all, it is a whopping 10 euros. Oscar, what have you found now?
I found these plates.
Those are so pretty.
Love the green. But the thing is that I have a set of this ahead. So now I can complete my set with an extra 20 plates.
That is amazing. 20 extra plates.
20 extra to my 12, so now it can be 32 of us.
And it's going to be very expensive here, obviously.
Definitely. So all of that, I will have to sell a kidney to pay 16 euros.
16 euros for 20 plates.
Thank you very much.
Actually 21 by the look of it. In the no man's land where all of the quote-unquote junk goes, the junkier stuff goes, but we're still seeing some pretty fantastic things. So in the midst of all of this, just spotted this beautiful canapé, which I think would be perfect for Oscar and Jeffrey's aesthetic at Belebat. It's got these beautiful turned legs. It's obviously very old. Look at the recover. Are you?
Normalement, il est 70. Mais je le fais à 60.
60?
Là-bas, il est à 45.
45?
Là, la petite table.
Ah, ok.
Donc ça fait 45 là-bas, ici.
60. Ok, génial.
70, mais c'est à 60.
Ok, merci. Ok.
Donc si vous...
So did he just say 60 euros?
He just said
60.
normally it's 70, but because we look too shabby, it would be 60.
We do look shabby today, I have to say.
So I shall never ever shave
Never
ever
wash
again.
again.
Never wash again.
Do you think that if we looked even more pathetic, you could knock another 10 off? I mean, here's the other thing, is that it is all going to charity. And
Mine.
They also deliver on your charity.
My own.
Exactly. saving benefit.
I didn't think of that one.
No, it is
It
spectacular.
is all for a good cause. It is all for a good cause.
What fabric would you use?
I have this raw silk.
Raw silk. Wow.
In maybe this shade.
Ooh, beautiful, like a
That would-
pale taupe.
Like a, yeah.
Oh, beautiful.
That would be stunning with that. And
would
then we put
be.
some cashmere throw on
Yes.
it, and some lovely
Make-
cushions, and make it look like it was always there.
Always. That would be so perfect for your house. And it's just the right era.
Yes.
Now the question is, are you going to try to put it in the car or do you want to get them to deliver?
Oh, how silly me. No, they shall deliver.
It's worth asking the question.
Yes. Thank you. I forgot about delivery.
Depends on how impatient you are.
Oh,
And strong, and how strong you are as well.
No, the impatient is the thing. The strong, you can see. I carry
you're-
baby ravioli.
You're very, 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 very strong. Yes, you have to be to own a chateau.
That is true.
Fortitude.
That is true. Fortitude.
So much potential. Is it going to fit in the car? And then let me show you what I bought. Okay, I bought the world's ugliest table, but it is about to go underneath something very special, and it's just the right size. And then also, I got two other things that are absolutely fantastic. Oh, c'est gentil, merci. So look at these two beautiful candlesticks that I got. And fire dogs. I can't believe it, Oscar did it. Wow. Now it's my turn. Hopefully this will fit in my car, oh dear. And look at that. Perfect. And today we also have yet another cheese of the week for you, Good Times.
So by popular request, it's cheese of the week. Vivian and I were recently in the supermarket and we bought a few cheeses because they all look fantastic. We've had a new counter installed at our local supermarket, so the cheeses are super. But I think I might have made a mistake with this one. So I bought a Tom, which is quite popular here in France. It's from the mountains, I think the Alps on the Swiss border. Normally it's made with cow's milk. However, I think this time I've picked one, quite by mistake, that's made with goat's milk, which I'm not a big fan of. However, we'll give it a shot. I'm going to try it and see how it is. So the name of this cheese is Tom, and it's from the prairies of Fuson. These prairies are a thing, they exist, and they're real prairies. So I have this image of prairies full of goats, about an hour south of where we live. And I've never heard of these before, but that's where this cheese comes from. Now, one thing that you notice sometimes with goat's cheese is that this one has been rolled in cinders, which I've never encountered before I came to France, but it's a thing here in France. So we'll be able to see that. I don't know if you can see the cinders just on the outside of the crust. There we go, if I turn it the right way around, because I think that's the top. And sometimes that can give it a smoky flavour. So now I'm either really going to love this cheese or hate it. And now it doesn't smell like a goat's cheese, doesn't have that goat smell, which is normally what kind of puts me off. So this could be good. Nice and creamy. And crumbly, a little crumbly. I'll just go. Oh yeah, that's definitely a goat's cheese. You can tell from the flavour, but it's really good actually. This is probably the first time I've actually liked a goat's cheese, and I think it comes down to the stinkiness of it. If it's really got that goat stink, I don't like it very much, but So if any of you have a chance to buy this Tom, which is a goat's cheese Tom, and you're not a fan of goat's cheese, try it. Just like me, you might actually really enjoy this. And with all the work we've been doing around here, this might be my dinner tonight, so. That's good.
Don't forget, this holiday season, the Chateau Love website has all sorts of chateau-inspired gifts, art, bags, and vintage and antique jewelry for you or someone you love.